Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Ferber the Nerd with another comic book market report. This is the last one for May. We're going into June in about, 3 days? Crazy? I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Hope you guys enjoy these reports. I'm a couple days late just because with the holiday and I had to catch up on work and all that stuff. But I do appreciate everyone's support. If you do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. We're at 500 and I think 69 subscribers. Oh, wait, no. 869. I don't know, whatever it is. But yeah, we need some more subscribers to get that thousand subscriber mark. I'll keep doing these shows if you guys enjoy them. But if you don't, let me know. Tell me how dumb I am. Tell me how pointless these reports are. Got about 9 books for you guys today. Or sorry, I have 8 today. A lot of these are a couple of these are just kind of revamps from the past few months or so. I was just very curious to see if the market's holding for specific books due to MCU stuff, due to live action, cartoons, what have you. So I do apologize if some of this is repetitive, but some books that I know, just kind of keep my eye on to see if the collectors are still wanting them. But without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, it's a new one. Mark Spears Monsters #1, the 5th print. This is a 1-in-20 ratio, I believe. This one's hot out of the gate. This one came out last week and is on a few top 10 lists. Shout out to the top 10 list guys that do those lists. But about $100 for this bad boy. I think it's a clean homage. I'm not mad at it at all. It looks like a movie poster, and I think it'd be a really cool movie poster to have if Mark Spears Monsters ever were to make it onto live action movies. But I don't know when the hype is going to die down for Mark Spears. I'm personally not so much into the art. I like the story. I like where it's headed. It's fun. It's not exciting, but there's not enough story for me to really, I don't know. I feel like it's like 10 pages of story and that's it. But I do like it. I'm not hating on it, but I'm at the same time, like, I don't know. The art's really good. Like, it's very different, right? But I've never been like a huge, I gotta get this guy's, art for the next one coming up. I think the only person I've ever felt that way is with Mark Silvestri, but he writes too. So, and Mark Spears writes as well, but obviously he's known more for his art. And we'll see if this continues. But for now, I mean, that's the easy flip. Buy this for $20 and sell for 100. This was an easy one though, if you were trying to flip this book. Next up, we have Impact Winter #1. This is slated to, it's a Skybound property. It's also a podcast, which I'm personally listening to. It's like vampires, like in like the end of the world type deal. It's kind of confusing listening to it because I can't really picture the people due to the voices. But it's an interesting podcast. I wonder if there's, I guess said this before, I wonder if there's more podcasts out there that are moved to be optioned. It's holding up though pretty good. $30 in your mint. I don't know when this is actually coming to live action, cartoon, what have you, but that is what's pushing this particular book. Interestingly enough, the other books aren't doing as well. I don't know. This is a mini series as well, so I don't know. I don't know the future investability of this, but you find this in a back issue bin for $4, you're up 6 times. So happy digging. Next up, the Invincible Whatnot Gold variant. The one, I think there's 150 copies of this. A lot of people don't like the Whatnot variants. They just feel like, a particular group of people got them and we're taking advantage of, quote unquote, the hysteria of the pandemic comic book boom. But I wonder, from a non-unbiased opinion, if we look back on these Whatnot, specifically the COVID versions, right? If you look back at the Whatnot variants, will they have the same effect on people that are going to be 40 and 20 years that Dynamic Forces does for me, or people in my generation, or another universe? I'll just name a few of those publications, right? And let's be honest. I mean, I don't. The Invincible #1. There's the Frankie's version, which there's supposedly only 100,000 copies, but there's no real. I don't know. It's a conversation, I guess you could say. But I think this isn't. I'm not mad at $760 for this. I'm actually happy about that value because people are saying like, I can't afford the #1, but or the original number 1, but I can get this in a 9.8 for $760. I'm not mad at that. But it's a that's the one bullish kind of long-term appeal that this book has, is it might have that dynamic forces effect 20 years from now. And who knows? I don't know when the live action show is going to come about or if it ever will, but the cartoon is must-see TV. And I know some people are watching the show aren't really into like cartoons per se, but man, like it's so good. Give it a shot. Give seasons 1 through 2 a shot. The third one is really rich in character development and presentation. I think that's why Invincible does so well. All right, next up we have Ultimate Fallout number 4, specifically a second print variant. I mean, always bullish on this one just because it shows Miles's face, like you can straight up see it, versus his face being covered up. But $125 for a 9.8, $114 for buy it now. I wonder if Miles is on a cold streak just because, he hasn't been showing up in any movies lately. Marvel's been kind of quiet. They're more concentrating on these other like Thunderbolts, for example. Maybe they're trying to like revamp interest in the Marvel in general. So the excitement for Miles to come to the big screen is maybe kind of muted at this point. But I'm not mad at $125 9.8 for this book. There's the amount of second prints versus the first print are like half. So I think it's a huge bargain if you want a Miles book nonetheless. And we're at depressed prices. I haven't looked at the first print 9.8, but I gotta imagine I wouldn't pay more than $500 for that book just because there's so many of them out there. But you definitely want to get a 9.8 of the Miles. Star Wars Jedi versus Sith. This is one of my favorite books of the the Dark Horse run. If you are a Star Wars fan, you have to read this book. The lore, the character Darth Bane first appearance, and the value of this book there's no comparison. I think for any of the modern Dark Horse books. $100 for a 9.8 in this book for his first appearance, but the third issue actually has him on cover, which I think is a nice one to get graded. This is one just to read about it. But this is where the rule of 2 comes about. I can't remember what in the timeline, how far back this goes, but the first book's kind of cool. It's a bunch of basically Siths, fighting each other for power. And then Darth Bane comes up and he goes, you know what? I'm just going to kill everybody. And he comes through or makes a big war. There's only 2 guys left. And thus comes the rule of 2. So happy hunting out there. Good luck. Keeping on the Star Wars theme, I thought this was a book that I've always been just curious about. The Thrawn 1 in 50 of the miniseries number 1. I love this Matina cover. I feel like this is going to drop more just because the show didn't do very well. And there's a lot of bullishness against the show. Who knows? They may make up for it later down the road. But $650 for a 9.4. Last time I looked at this was a while ago. And I remember Raws going for about that much. It's a really tough 9.8 because of the color bleed and this cover. But it's a beautiful book. I mean, get this signed by Matina. I think it'd be pretty cool across his forehead. But I remember this is like a darling of the Whatnot shows I used to watch. But I don't know. I wouldn't invest in this for $650 for a 9.4. But it shows that the market likes it. Personally, I'd probably walk away. Battle Beast packs specifically. So the Battle Beast comic book miniseries, whatever you want to call it, came out about a week or 2 ago, and there's been a bunch of hype of these Battle Beast blind bag books. It's shown a lot of excitement into the hobby. It's gambling, and it's fun. I'm not mad at it. I'm not personally into it because if you don't get one of these hits, this Invincible first appearance, Battle Beast first appearance, gold version, it kind of sucks. But $10 for these going right now. I don't know what the big hits that are sold on eBay and whatnot are going for, but last time I heard it's like $50 to $100. But you can only get them on the shows, supposedly. I'm not mad at it though. I'm just not into it personally, but it's fun and it keeps the hobby going. And then last but not least, Sentry number 1. I was just kind of looking for this. Don't worry about the comments there, but three and a quarter for 9.8. I don't think it's ever going to go past that. It had its time during the announcement of the Sentry, but the confusion I think kind of swayed this kind of on the negative side, but hey, man, 325 for a 9.8 of this book. It's a hard 9.8 as well. I sold mine back for like 300, and I'm not mad about it. I just think that Sentry is not going to have the focal point that I think people were hoping for, or I don't know. I don't think he's like menacing enough. But I liked the show. I loved Thunderbolts the movie. I thought it was a 9.5 out of 10, and I'm happy that this is holding up. So anyway, that's your market report for this week. I hope you guys all have a great Tuesday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.